Leeds Rhinos 14, a match that traditionally has all the local rivalry of a state of origin. The state of origin of the People's Republic of West Yorkshire, this. 12-14, Bradford trail. Kevin Sinfield, the Leeds skipper, waits.
And I think you'll find that Kevin Sinfield will utilise the wind that just got the feeling Bradford did not use it enough. They produced some pretty good tries, especially from the kicking ability by Paul Sykes.
Well, Paul Sykes will get the second half underway. These two, of course, met in back-to-back grand finals, 2004, 2005. They also met in the 2000 and 2003 Challenge Cup finals. Once upon a time, Super League's hottest ticket in town. It's a hot day today at Odsall. And Bill has got some Leeds news for us. Starting the second half.
Worrying news for Leeds, Eddie, as far as these replacements go. Just a quick word with the Leeds medical team. And it looks as though Kylie Luluai won't be allowed back simply because of just for medical reasons, although he's out on the sidelines at the moment. He's been running up and down. Now, whether that's in an effort to convince the medics and Brian McLennan that he is okay to come back, well, we'll have to wait and see. But they're also worried about Luke Burgess and Ian Kirk. Kirk's now got strapping on his right knee. Burgess still hovering around with what looks like an ankle problem. So whether those two can get back on it, well, that's what they're hoping for, because as this game goes on and the heat really begins to tell, they'll need them.
They will. Nablet with a lovely offload to Jamie Jones-Buchanan, who offloads to Sinfield, who spirals the pass to Eastwood. Back on the inside it comes. Maguire good on his feet. Vital ankle tap that was by Whitehead. Play the ball, says the referee. Tackle 5. It's the last one. Sinfield hoists the kick. That catches the breeze. Sharif's underneath this. Oh, and he's lost it in the sunshine, offside. I venture to suggest.
Menzies is stood in front. He did the right thing because he knew that it would have been try time. So he had to sacrifice the penalty.
You said that Kevin Sinfield would utilise the wind. He's also utilising the setting sun.
Yeah, there's another factor that the Bulls failed to utilise, as you mentioned, Eddie, but under real pressure now. And I did notice in that first set from Leeds, no messing around, just a simple pass from the play the ball area, just like that.
This is Eastwood. First taste of this derby for Greg Eastwood. 12 times a New Zealand international. Plays the ball to Diskin. Sinfield, Pitts and Delaney for the Rhinos. The mistake from Ricky Sharif is costly. Delaney with the try. He's playing in his 9th match in a row for Leeds, his best sequence for the Rhinos. He got a try in that 20-all classic against the Bulls at Headingley over Easter. He's got another one here.
The high kick from Sinfield could not be taken by Ricky Sharif. The penalty given away. Menzies stood in an offside position, and it was just basic rugby league football. Create the little gap, bring the player to you, and then offload. Nothing that they could do about that. Reardon knew he was never going to stop Brett Delaney. But full credit to the Leeds coach, Brian McLennan, because in that first 40 minutes, Leeds were messing around in simple, fancy passing to play the ball, and now they've gone back to basics.
And Sinfield has added the extras. It's 20 points to 12 in the Rhinos' favour. An important start to the second 40 from the champions. A quick start.
And a feature of the play was the number of offloads. There was one passage where they kept the ball alive. It's helped them to get into this part of the field. A nice timing of the pass there. Delaney strong near the line and goes over. But when Leeds start to offload the ball 2 and 3 times in one play, you know you're in trouble and you're going to be chasing shadows.
The Bulls restart. The kick-off from Sykes is awkward, is very awkward. Dealt with it well, as it turned out, Matt Diskin. It was a horrible bounce, and he managed to flick it up into the air and catch the ball again, thus diffusing any possible knock-on. Look at this.
Did very well, didn't he?
Matt Diskin.
Good run.
Man of the match in the Harry Sundell Award in the 2004 Grand Final against Bradford Bulls at Old Trafford. Very cool and calm and collected there. Leeds in possession then, with that man Diskin. Here is Ablett. Short round the ankles. Up goes the kick-off, Maguire, the testing, Sharif again here. He comes up with the goods this time. That's a great take, actually. They tested his confidence, tested his mettle, and he came up with the goods.
And it would have been difficult as well, looking right into the sun. The right tactics and not the best technique, came up with the goods.
Here he is again at dummy half.
As long as he caught it, it'll give him some confidence. A good run.
Now it's Reardon for Bradford. Stuart Reardon, 90th appearance in 2 spells for Bradford here today, and he could have crowned it with the try in the first half, only for the fact that he just lost the concentration at the vital moment. Going down the short side, that was Danny Addy, dabs it to the in-goal area, and eventually goes over the line. Tap restart on the 20.
Well, just a little bit unfortunate there, because it was a well-weighted kick.
Great scream of a forward pass then from the crowd. Didn't see anything wrong with that.
No, 50-50, but we had so many controversial passes in that first 40 minutes. Just hits the whitewash.
Diskin. Little dart, gets the ball away. Sinfield then to Jones Buchanan. Wide to Scott Donald. Great tackle, Reardon. Tremendous tackle, Stuart Reardon.
Lined him up, executed the lunge at the very precise moment. And a youngster watching that. And the head in the right position as well. Had to be as well. It was a quick pass out to Scott Donald. He's got plenty of pace.
I never had the pace to play on the wing, but I'm pleased that Scott Donald took the opponent on the outside, Brent. It's what fans love to see. On this occasion, the attack didn't come off, but I like a winger who has the confidence to take his man on.
You're exactly right, but I think there's a percentage play in it as well. You know, he's turned the ball over now, and there's the argument, had he come back inside, they'd still be in possession, they'd have a chance to put an attacking kick on. I know what you mean. It's nice to see the confidence to take them on, but I think you've got to sum up and weigh up your options. Obviously didn't get through on that occasion.
Danny Addy again. He actually made his debut in the Cup winner at Dewsbury in April for the Bradford Bulls, and he's on a dual registration contract with Dewsbury. Young Danny Addy, only 19, great prospect. So many of the great prospects knocking around in the Super League in 2010.
It's nice to see as well, he's full of confidence.
Lestrange. Warrency. Last tackle here for Bradford. This time it goes up off the Bradford boot. Tester here for Donald. Did well. Good tackle as well. Good in defence then was Paul Sykes.
Had to be as well. Donald was well away. No fullback was in position. Dave Halley had moved up.
Hold, go. Not that, Heath.
And again, Leeds back to safety first play. Just a simple pass.
Eastwood spinning, gets it away. Looking to get away with that again. This is Maguire. He's clawed to the ground on tackle number 4. Just over the halfway line he is. Here's Senior. And that's Jay Pitts.
And probably another drive. And then, no, we'll get it high into the corner.
Last one here. Sinfield off the boot again. Turning Halley around this time. Halley pouches that well. Gets only, though, as far as Carl Ablett.
Good work, though. Halley not only took it, but he made a beeline for the official. Silverwood had to quickly get out of the way. Again, a couple of extra metres forward.
Here goes Ricky Sharif again. Gets the hands disentangled and gets the pass away. Good piece of play that from Reardon. Heath Lestrange, Steve Menzies, and this is Craig Kopchak now. Heath Lestrange, good run from dummy half and taking them on himself. Just delayed. Oh, gets the ball away. Eastwood is there to halt Scruton temporarily. Then he goes down and gets the penalty, I think, Scruton. And there's a bit of a blue on.
Well, I don't know what Lee Smith was trying to do. He came in very late and vaulted over the top of them. Scruton took offence.
Well, it's a penalty. It's a high shot
From Bailey.
from Bailey on Scruton.
Well, surely they'll kick this into the corner. They won't be bothered with the two, or they're just going to take the tap. Looks like Lestrange is going to do that.
Takes the tap. Here's Kopchak. Chance here then for Bradford.
Got to utilise the second phase. Great defence.
It was good defence. Ablett got Whitehead to the ground. Here is Scruton again. Goes down, tackle number 3. Lestrange. There's Addy. Oh, they've got men wide. Menzies has fouled. Menzies found Sharif. It was very difficult, to be fair to Ricky Sharif.
Yeah, you can't blame him. It wasn't the best pass, but the opportunity was there. Menzies floated it far too high. Well, it happened for Stuart Reardon, though that was a real gift on that occasion. It was difficult for Ricky Sharif to get to that. But could they rue that fact that they did not score the try? They may do.
A difficult one to take, Steve. I think it had to be that high, though, or else Ryan Hall would have had a snap at it.
Yes, he had to give it a bit of air, didn't he?
He had to, yeah, and it was going to be a difficult take for Ricky Sharif.
Here's Lee Smith now for the Rhinos. Remember, on that night at Headingley just before Easter in the 20-all Classic, he came back from rugby union. It was a fairy tale return. 2 tries for him. Maguire, who's got 2 tries tonight. Delaney, there's no way for him to go there. That's great Bradford defence. Last tackle.
Did you see the previous tackle there? When Kevin Sinfield got up to play the ball, he was furious. Obviously getting no support. Oh, that's not the best attempt by Dave Halley. Bounced okay.
There's a massive difference between the way the two teams are playing at the moment. Bradford are almost one out, but they're very direct, very hard running. Leeds are trying to go a little bit too lateral for my liking, looking up here.
Warrency to his feet, plays the ball. That's Stuart Reardon again. Now Leeds looking to keep Bradford inside their own half of the field. Lestrange with a little run. Here's Menzies, over halfway. Ball comes free from Menzies. It's tidied up by Sykes. He then gives it to Donaldson. Last tackle here for Bradford.
Got to get plenty of height on this.
Sykes pumps the ball over the top.
Wasted.
Not the best.
Especially with the fact that if the ball goes high, they're playing into the wind. It would be very, very difficult to defuse a high bomb. It'll be spinning all over the place.
Jay Pitts, first drive, and he's picked up and dumped to the ground.
I think, you know, when teams talk about practicing their skills, and I know they do it time and time throughout the season and the pre-season, it's about being able to execute the skill when you're tired and under pressure. And I think now we're starting to see in the next 20-25 minutes that element of fatigue setting in. So when kicks and passes don't go where they want them, that's, I suppose, the factor that's causing it. The best sides can still produce the skill when they're tired and the heat's burning down on them.
Senior will play the ball to Badiris. Tackled by Menzies, last one. It'll go up in the air again towards Ricky Sharif's wing. It's bounced back. Maguire's going for the hat-trick. And Maguire, has he got this ball down?
Well, it looked as though he was held up, but they twisted the body.
He wouldn't celebrate, I don't think.
Well, if he's trying to convince anybody.
Well, no, I mean, I know we see some players do it.
They're onside.
I'll go a guess on his celebration that this is a try.
Well, it's the right option. Into the sun yet again. Good work by Ryan Hall. Maguire gets it neatly. No hint of a knock-on, as far as I'm concerned.
It's come off Sharif.
Yep. And they were both going for the football. So now they get him on his back, and then for some unknown reason, they twist him over. Watch this. Over we go, and this is a miraculous try.
That's incredible. Look at the angle of his
He's still
body.
got control of that. That is phenomenal.
Unbelievable. We saw the try in the first half where he tipped it on and regathered.
I hope this isn't rubbed off because I'll look stupid, but this is phenomenal.
I'm with you, Brian. I think this will be given.
Is that rugby league gymnastics?
That is, you know, and he's one of those players. It happens for him all the time, Danny Maguire. Jeez, he's a talent.
This will prove it now. Has he got control? I think he has.
That's a try.
Yep.
Is there a little element of separation there before the ball touches the hand again?
Yep.
I'll tell you what, for the angle of the body and the effort, it deserves 4
You
points.
can't give it for that.
No, I know, but it does, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying?
I think he's got control of it. I really do. Yeah. And it's there, and then he rolls it
I
along.
think, look at his back.
Thierry
Get the physio on.
is the man to make the decision. I think that.
Well, actually, if it has come free, what happens then? Does Jamie Jones-Buchanan then drop on it?
No, it'd be classified as a knock-on if he's deemed not to have controlled it, and I think he has controlled it.
Well, Danny Maguire believes he has scored, and everyone in this ground holds their breath. Bradford and Leeds supporters alike. No, it's chalked off. Smile of resignation from Brian McLennan, and a smile of disbelief on the face of Danny Maguire.
You can't doubt the fact that I think there must be a ball magnet in his shirt, because look, whenever it bounces up, he's the closest and first player to the ball. He doesn't get awarded a try here, but he's putting himself in a position to take advantage of all of the opportunities his teammates create.
Absolutely.
But it's chalked off. It's not a hat-trick for Maguire.
Well, we're not the video referee, but I honestly thought he had full control. Could this be a change in the pattern of play? Leeds have to concentrate now. They thought they were celebrating and give itself a pretty strong margin away, but it's sort of just lifted this Bull outfit now.
It has. A couple of crucial calls in this match going either way. You think of the push in the back on Donald for the Bradford try that never was, and that it was chalked off for the Danny Maguire hat-trick try that never was.
Well, just look at the difference, Eddie, between the last two kicks. One almost resulted in a try for Leeds, and the other one was easily taken in by Delaney under no pressure at all. I think that's the massive difference between these two teams at present.
And I think you can see, Phil, now that Leeds, when they are playing the ball, that's good defence on that occasion. But I just get the impression that Leeds are just getting over the advantage line with a little bit more ease now. And the support play has certainly improved.
Smith finds Maguire. He turns it inside to Eastwood. Last tackle here for the Leeds Rhinos, this set of 6. Sinfield, wait for this again. Ricky Sharif, it's coming your way. Takes it well, but he's over the touchline. That's almost as good as a 40-20.
Yep. And well played, Ryan Hall.
No win situation for a winger, is it?
No. He knew he had to take it, and Ryan Hall just hung around. Well, this is the no try that was given against Maguire.
Doesn't that go backwards, and doesn't Jamie Jones-Buchanan touch it down, which was what I was trying to say when we were looking at it?
Yeah, he wasn't too impressed, Brian McLennan. Though
let's go, lads.
Sometimes it goes for you, and Maguire says, you have to be kidding.
Well, it's head and feet at the scrum, hence Leeds have the possession with Delaney 20 metres out.
You wouldn't bet against someone called Maguire going over for his hat-trick, because he will be furious. He'll be screaming for this ball.
Badiris finds Diskin. Here's Maguire. Wide they go. Good hands. Eastwood forward again. Oh, another try's chalked off. Brian McLennan is becoming a little frustrated. Just had a glance in his direction.
That was fine.
Is that the one that's been ruled forward?
No, it's this one that they're saying.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with that at all. Then Eastwood, good feet, gets out of the tackle. He's done quite a lot of that today.
Nothing wrong. That's
Out.
Well, I can't see anything wrong with either one.
well
But
constructed play.
First.
it was great stuff.
Watch Bradford. They sped this game up the last few sets in attack, allowing Godwin to run and Lestrange to run.
Two.
Well, he's back from the Anzac Test, Richard Silverwood, a couple of weeks ago, and he's making his mark here today. Interesting calls.
Third. Move, Greg. Go.
They normally do make their mark.
Kopjak.
4.
They need something different now to Bradford. They find it difficult to get into the Leeds half and apply the pressure.
Here's Warrency.
Maybe they've got to start looking something different. Little chip over the top, little grubber.
Crossfield kick from Sykes. Hall, under no pressure, is able to pick that up and will run it back now. Keith Senior was acting as a shield then, as he so often does when the ball is kicked downfield. Just loiters with intent in front of the chasers as his teammate picks the ball up from the kick.
This is a smart set. First 3 carries at the outside backs. Take a bit of pressure off the big guys.
And here comes Bailey, trundling Leeds to halfway on tackle number 4.
Go. You're not square, Greg.
Kadeiros.
Ooh, he should have given it as well.
Last.
Eastwood was through a huge gap there.
Maguire. This time it's behind Reardon over on that far side.
Swap wings as well.
Yes, they have. Reardon's gone over there now, and Sharif's come out of the firing line on this side of the field.
And it's a good move by Steve McNamara. He knows that he's been a little bit dodgy at times, Ricky Sharif.
He's only made a porridge of 1, though, I remember. I mean, I know he was bundled into touch not long ago, but he's been able to catch the ball. Maybe Reardon's got a pair of sunglasses or a pair of sunglasses on his contact lenses, if you will.
Either that way or Ricky Sharif said, excuse me, Mr. McNamara, can I change? Yeah.
I'll tell you what he has done. He's run the ball well, Ricky Sharif. He's ran it hard and he's got them some quick play the balls. His coach will be pleased with that.
Well, let's get the injury news that's developing. Bill.
Thanks, Ned. Andy Lynch coming on now for the Bulls, and how the Leeds Rhinos would love to be able to respond to that, but at the moment they're a bit hamstrung. Hamstring is probably the only injury they haven't got on the bench at the moment. Kylie Luluwai has been out wandering up and down and trying to impress everybody that he's okay to come back out. I think there's still some reluctance to send him out there after that head clash he was involved in. You've got Ian Kurt, Luke Burgess still sitting it out, and the latest casualty looks like Jamie Jones-Buchanan is on the sidelines getting treatment. So 4 injured players on the bench at the moment for Leeds by the look of things. On the other hand, the Bulls have got a clean bill of health.
And 20 minutes of the match remaining. Maybe a vital 20 minutes.
It's better defence as well by Bradford. They're getting out of the blocks a lot quicker. This guy's had a great game.
Oh, that's a great pass. Maguire turns Halley. Oh, fantastic. He gets the hat-trick this time, right under the sticks. His 10th career hat-trick for Danny Maguire. And the footwork just completely bamboozled the Bradford Bulls fullback. Outstanding. The pass off the deck was outstanding from Eastwood, first of all. And the finish from 40 metres out from Danny Maguire was world-class. Just look at the balance and poise on this.
Superb, as I just mentioned, the fact that Eastwood was having a wow of a game. Remember, he had 1 brought back just before the half-time break, but that is sheer quality. If ever there is a man in rugby league that is sending out a very large message to the New England coach called Steve McNamara, he'll be admiring the fact that can he do this for the international? But he won't be happy with the way, but you've got to admire it. Look at this. Eastwood, this is the major reason why Leeds paid big money to bring the New Zealander over, but this guy has been all class this evening.
Denied by the video referee about 5 or 6 minutes ago, his hat-trick, and he claims it with a wonderful personal triumph there. And Sinfield adds the extras. It's 26 points to 12. And Leeds, although they are down to the bare bones on the bench, they have increased their lead here at Odsal.
Tremendous try, and as I mentioned, Eddie, you wouldn't bet against it, would it? The mere fact he had his hat-trick attempt turned down, but that was sheer quality.
Great poise, wasn't it? Great balance. And Luluwai returns for Ryan Bailey, so it sounds like he has convinced the medical staff.
We'll have a look
and
now.
Here he comes. Well, he's weathered that particular storm. Here's Eastwood again. 18 minutes remaining. He looks full of it, doesn't he, Kylie Luluwai? They go the other way, though. Finds Sinfield. Sinfield gets away from two. One slipped. Warrensy missed him. Oh,
knock on. That'll be head and feet to Bradford. Good pressure there. Not the best pass from Sinfield. Luluwai had to reach back for it. Never had control of it. Well, it's moments like this where the Rhinos really should get their defence sorted out. That perhaps soaking up the glory of that wonderful try by Maguire, but they've got to concentrate on making sure the defence is solid. Forward. He delayed it too long. Did Sykes.
Listen to the Leeds fans for that decision.
Well, he has to bring this one back. I mean, it was half a metre forward and he was in a good position.
He's not happy, Steve McNamara. The Leeds supporters are. Giving Richard Silverwood a round of applause.
Great attacking position off the scrum. They haven't had a ball, Bradford, in that good attacking position. Unfortunately, they've turned it over. They got to defend. Their defence, I know they're conceded 26 points, but the defence in this part of the field has been pretty good in the game.
They've got a formidable home record, Bradford, you know. They've got 5 wins from 6. There isn't a better home record in the Super League than Bradford are boasting coming into this match.
And the biggest problem is that play is that it was very early in the tackle count, and you get deflated.
Oh, lads, you're diving forward.
Only St Helens have won here previously this year, 38 points to 6.
Hold, go.
Diskin, Pitts to Eastwood. Of course, every pass now that is lateral at worst will be shouted from the sidelines from the crowd as forward. Maguire drills the ball towards the corner. Ryan hauls after it, but it just goes the right side of the corner post.
Great kick. 26-12 in front. Let's just keep them down there, because even though they'll get possession from the scrum, they know that they're running out of steam of the Bulls, and it will not be easy to get anywhere near that halfway line. Leeds will be muscling up very, very strongly indeed.
Back on. Yeah. Out.
So Bradford will have to attack from deep. Still time for them.
Yeah, but they've got to test their hand, Eddie. They've got to come up with something different rather than just one-out football. But Lee Smith is not deep. He's anticipating maybe the chip over.
Menzies.
They kept him quiet. He normally gets a lot of offloads.
Quick play, the ball he got then, because the referee shouted held. The space down the line, is there? Nearly was. Did well to stay in the field of play. In Whitehead. Oh, it's a gift for Diskin, man. An absolute gift for Matt Diskin. Where did that come from?
Andy Lynch tried an offload there.
Well, it's a thing that they've got to do. They realise they can't just keep one out all the time, but unfortunately, trying to look for the offload, it went the wrong way. Diskin was alert.
Sinfield, Scruton flies out to the line. Warrency's hurt there, I think. I think Warrensy got the worst of that. And Nick Scruton has done his own player more damage than he's done Kevin Sinfield. Nick Scruton, his frustration here for all to see.
What's he seen here?
Well, I'm not so sure. I think it might have been Wayne Godwin that came in pretty late with a swinging arm. That either way, something.
It's a high tackle, according to Richard Silverwood, by Nick Scruton. Straight round the head of Kevin Sinfield. The penalty is Leeds.
Make matters worse, sees one of his own players walk away groggy. I think you might find that it was Wayne Godwin that
He's just joined the
contact.
tackle, really.
Yeah. More pressure for the Bulls. And Maguire's running hot. Keep an eye on him.
Here's Luluai. He's carried the ball with venom, hasn't he, since he's come back. Badiris finds Maguire. Maguire goes back to Pitts. That's good play by Menzies. It was Lee Smith, I beg your pardon. This is Maguire now.
Move on the line. Hold, go.
There's Smith again. Eastwood.
Forward, line, here, on the line. Hold.
8 metres away, the Leeds Rhinos. With Sinfield. Now Delaney. Scott Donald waiting on the wing. It's with Donald. Sykes and Sharif. The referee shouts held as they tried to push him towards the line.
Ryan Hall screaming for the kick.
Okay.
There's the kick underneath the arch. Great kick, and it's very well diffused by the Bradford Bulls man.
He wants to see whether it was diffused in the in-goal area or whether he took the ball from the play.
Good take under pressure.
Of field of play.
Tremendous work by Whitehead.
Yeah, it's come from the field of play. This should be the dropout.
Well, if it is a goal line dropout, I would be fascinated if Bradford go for a short one. They need possession back.
Was that a throttle tackle as well? This should be a goal line dropout.
It is. Now, Eddie, done accurately here, you've got a greater than 50% chance of getting this ball back because you'll have 2 or 3 players contesting with it with only one of the Leeds side. They've spread all of the Leeds defenders over. You're going to have to defend your line somewhere in this set. If you don't get possession, you can still get it here. There's the reason why it's in the in-goal area. They've kicked it deep, relatively deep.
Yes, and Ryan Hall will run it back for the Rhinos. Great work, though, under pressure from Elliot Whitehead, because it was a wonderful kick right underneath the crossbar. Here's Luluai.
That's been a major feature, hasn't it? Both Sinfield and Maguire. Their kicking game has been superb.
Diskin, back it comes to Sinfield. Here's Maguire, quick hands to Delaney.
That's back to 6.
Yes, tackle count is wiped down because it came off a Bradford man. This is Eastwood.
Deserves a try, does Eastwood. He got through a lot of work that hold him back.
Bailey. Hold back.
Releasing.
Badiris. Sinfield. Kick behind the defence, looking for Ryan Hall. Oh, Ryan Hall tried to do what Chris Nero did in the first half, and Menzies was able to shadow the ball over the dead ball line.
Yeah, the huge frame of Menzies was sufficient. And as we mentioned before, the kicking game from Leeds. And so one thing that Brian McLennan, their coach, will be very, very happy with. Both long and short kicking. Tactical kicking has been superb.
That's Godwin at dummy half. Here goes Scruton again, and he now gets the penalty because Leeds this time are offside.
Well, the Bulls want to get on with it very, very quickly. Sykes once again more metres forward.
8-7 in the penalty count in Bradford's favour. Seems to have been more than that somehow, doesn't it? The referee's blown his whistle quite a bit today. Now, can Bradford respond here? There's still 11 minutes to go. Godwin. They get a try here, Bradford. There'll be a bit of belief that maybe they can come back and do to them what Leeds did at Headingley. That's back to 6.
Okay, Keith, move!
So another opportunity here for the Bradford Bulls. That's Lestrange. Here is Sykes. Nero.
Nice step, but great tackle by Badiris. Followed him all the way through.
Sykes and Lestrange. Here's Warrensy.
2, move, Brett! Go!
It's Godwin. Pops the ball back. Solid Leeds defence. Glenn Hall was hunting then.
Go!
Godwin once again. Short ball. Oh, has he put that down? No, the referee won't even refer that upstairs.
He lost it. That was a shame as well.
Andy Lynch went so close.
It was a great spin.
Oh,
He thought he had the edge on The New Zealander, Greg Eastwood, but he just couldn't control it. Good position, though, by Richard Silverwood.
Well, that would have set us up for a real thriller minute last 10. 9.5 minutes remain. Scrum will form here and Leeds will get head and feed. Of course, we're watching the New England coach against the former New Zealand national coach today, and both of them have been shorn of some class and quality. No Carney, Orford or Langley for Bradford.
Interesting to see if the Rhinos will kick early.
No
And
Webb,
they are
Burrow,
they are kicking early.
Peacock and Lauatiti. I'm going to get this point in, Steve.
Sorry, Eduardo.
Now then, also we're talking about England, England-France, Saturday the 12th of June, 5 o'clock, HD1, Sky Sports 1. Delaney doing well. Can't drag them over the line anymore.
Tactically, Leeds have been superb in this second half. They've utilised the sun, they've utilised the wind. Not frightened to kick early because they know that their defence is pretty solid.
And what's more, they've kept Bradford scoreless thus far. 2 tries themselves, Delaney and Maguire, both of which have been improved by Sinfield.
Move! Oh, Ryan. Go.
Godwin
Last one.
goes down on the last.
Surely the chip over. No, they've gone for length.
And Sykes got
Too long.
a clout then. He's limped away from that kick downfield.
Well, it was so impressive, especially in the first 30 minutes of this game. His kicking game was good, and it looks as though he's twisted the knee, should I say.
First. Move! Go, not square. Chris.
This is the 389th Super League match for both of these clubs. Leeds have managed 261 wins, Bradford Bulls 266. At the moment, it looks like it's going to be 262 for Leeds.
Move! Go.
That's a mess. A right mess at the play of the ball.
Ball's gone forward first.
And the ball went forward first, is Richard Silverwood's version of events, as Diskin knocked on.
Where did he knock on?
He says the ball's gone forward first. That's the way he saw it. At least he touched it with the foot.
Yep.
Ball in.
Rarity.
Well, come on, the Bulls have to finish with a flourish now.
Dave Halley.
Trying to inject himself from the full-back position, but you've got to look for the chink in that armour. He's tried hard, hasn't he, Lestrange? Oh, great tackle by Maguire. Read it all the way.
Whitehead goes down. Tackle number 2.
Go.
Here's Halley. Now Glenn Hall. Little juggle.
And 3. Move!
Godwin finds Sykes. Sykes cuts up the middle before he is cut down by Ablett.
Go.
Godwin. Drive forward by Andy Lynch. He won't give it up.
Pass. Move!
Well, that's the
Last
question.
tackle.
That's the question. Take them on. Go for the power.
Well, it's Halley, and they've got men wide. That was a good ball from Menzies, but there was no way through. It was tremendous defence from Leeds. Was it Michael Platt over there? Yes, it was. Michael Platt. And, well, he was surrounded by 4 blue jerseys.
And it's very hard to keep a team from scoring a single point in a half of rugby league, and yet Leeds look in this second half as though they're going to do that to Bradford. In hot conditions, you tend to see more points, and the other games that have been played in Super League this weekend indicate that. And yet, as it stands, in 34 minutes and 20 seconds, Bradford haven't managed to put another point on the scoreboard since we took the half-time break. Very impressive performance. We'll remember the tries and the fast play. It sometimes looked like 7-a-side rugby here from Leeds, but I tell you what, their intelligence and focus in defence has been superb.
Sinfield's long, deep kick has to be run back here by Dave Halley, and he does with some vigour, as far as Maguire.
First.
And as we mentioned before, Eddie, you know, Brian McLennan will be so happy with the way all the tactics have paid off. They've been calm, they've been cool and collected. The kick and chase has been solid.
Go.
Here goes Platt again.
3. Move!
Well, if Diskin's played the ball was untidy, what about that one?
I know.
there's a word that all the coaches and the players, all the spectators and commentators look for, and that's consistency.
Yep.
Go.
This is Ricky Sharif.
Yeah, but I've not met a player who's error-free, so you've got to put the referees in the same bracket.
Absolutely, yeah, oh, of course.
Oh, Leeds.
And us.
Yes, commentators.
You never make a mistake. Brian
Yes, I do.
doesn't.
I make them several times a match.
Kopjak, great offload. That was to Addy, that was Menzies, and just
That was touched.
a swipe at the ball from Sykes. There was nothing in that at all.
You know what, it shows you the difficulty, Eddie, of trying to play a game without regular halves. There's a couple of times Paul Sykes has put in some very, very good kicks, and some, especially towards the end of this game, where they've been very poor kicks in the last tackle, and it doesn't give you much of a chance of winning the game. He's not a regular in the halves. It's a difficult position to step in as a centre and be asked to play 80 minutes in a ball-playing position.
Well, you're right. This is his 9th in a row at standoff, though, you know.
Yeah, but he's not.
He's not trained naturally.
He's not a
is he,
regular
though?
standoff.
No.
I mean, he's filling in. He's a substitute. That's what I'm saying. I give credit to the person for being able to play 80 minutes in that position.
These two sides have both got big cup ties next weekend. Bradford have got Warrington here, and Leeds have got Wigan.
They want Orford back.
Well, I mean, I don't know, but I'm just wondering whether Orford and Carney and Langley were held back for that, perhaps. I don't know.
If they were touch and go, possibly.
Well, I honestly thought that Langley might have been back last week at Wakefield. He was supposed to be near there or thereabouts, and he's not playing today. So you suspect.
Suspicion. A cloud of suspicion, you say.
So it's going to be a head and feet at this scrum to Bradford, 10 metres away from their own line.
It's been monotonous as far as the Bradford Bulls are concerned, in as much that the way that Sinfield, especially late in the second half, they just kept kicking it down into the corners. They know they're pretty solid in that defence, but that's a good bat from Menzies.
Great ball from Menzies to Platt. He gets it away, and here is Whitehead, who all that time ago, Elliot Whitehead, he was the man who scored the first try of this match, didn't he, after 5 minutes. Kopjak just stepped around Badiris, but there were two more in support.
Oh, Cal.
Godwin waits. Here comes Hall, good offload, finds Godwin again. There's Lestrange, thinking about the kick for Platt to chase, but there's nobody chasing. I think they're out on their feet, these two sides.
Yeah, it's been energy sapping, hasn't it? It's very, very warm out there, and even though the crowd are enjoying it.
Now kick it.
Oh, he got.
Lee Smith.
Will this be a
out
penalty?
then.
I think he's got the whistle in his mouth. Turned out a nice kick.
It's a 40-20 as it turns out.
Can you believe that?
I think he raised the whistle and thought, I'm sure he got taken out of kicking the ball, and then it just does a left-hand turn. Look at this. Incredible.
It was almost a side footer, that as well. It wasn't given any.
Oh, dearie me.
It was given no vim, was it, that kick?
Yeah. Maguire for 4. Will he take them on? Why not? 9 seconds.
Come up
He
perfectly.
kicked a 40-20 in the grand final once, didn't he, playing fullback? And I think they scored in the next set there. It's they're looking hot. Their opponents look rather drained. And with a 3v2 here and Ryan Hall so close to the line, you'd back the Rhinos to get across for one more.
Well, it would wrap it up completely. It's Leeds' day. Just a question now of what the margin's going to be. Here's Jay Pitts.
2. Move, Michael. Oh. Go.
Now, Maguire pops it up to Lulawai. The big fella trundles it forward again.
Move, Greg. Oh. Go.
Here's Maguire once more. Bailey was the runner. That's Sinfield. This is Lee Smith. Dab over the top. Brilliant. Well, I tell you what, he started it and he finished it. Not given.
Just check that. Just check that. Check the grounding.
They want to check the grounding, apparently. Richard Silverwood, check the grounding, he's asked. Thierry Alibert.
Well, it allows us to check the brilliance. Oh, and he's knocked on. I think that you almost deserve a point, though, for the invention.
Yes.
How many players attempt at that speed to chip over their opponents? He doesn't gather the ball in. Excellent decision by the official.
Well, he's right, but he's
The
right
referee.
on the spot there, Richard.
Well, he
Silverwood.
must have felt that he didn't have a good viewing of it. I don't have a problem there. He's
No, he's used the technology, it's fair enough. It would have been marvellous, wouldn't it? That, you know, he's got the 40-20 out of nothing, and then he comes up on the other side of the field and goes over for the try that just puts the icing on the cake. It's not to be. No try. Scrum defence, says the video referee. He's knocked on in the field of play.
Well, everybody else thought it
They
was
all
a
lined up for
knock on in goal, didn't they?
Yes.
Which would have been a restart on the 20 for Bradford. Just about in the field of play as he knocks on.
Yes, he was. Spot on, Thierry Alibert.
I think, though, we've seen from some of the play from Danny Maguire and what we've just seen from Lee Smith, one of the reasons why Leeds are such an attractive proposition to go and watch. They've got players. Scott Donnell in the first half attempted to take the opponent on the outside. They do entertain, Eddie. They are prepared to try things, move the ball around, and some of the invention from what we saw last season and this season, it is spectacular.
Well, they were saying earlier in the piece, Leeds, that they might not get their league leaders' shield back this year, but will they make it from fourth place? Been a warm old day for all concerned today. Brian McClellan should have worn that hat. He's got a real suntan, but he also has got a couple of points. Just going to say that I think they've almost conceded they're not going to win the league leaders' shield, but Leeds believe they can win this championship again for a fourth year in a row in 2010 from fourth. Do you think that is possible, Phil?
Very easily possible. They have so much belief from winning the last 3 prizes, and even if they finish 8th, Eddie, I would still think they would have a very, very good chance. If they finish anywhere in the top 8 and they have enough players to put 17 blue jerseys out on the pitch, they've got every single chance of going on to win it.
Well, they have gone above the Bradford Bulls courtesy of this victory here today. There's been some good performances in the Leeds Rhinos jerseys. The man of the match, though, I think has gone to Danny Maguire. Maybe we'll hear from him in a few moments' time, but I think it's Greg Eastwood, the New Zealand international, first with Bill. It is.
Thanks, Eddie. Greg's looking very enviously at the champagne. Thirsty work, that.
Yeah, no, it is thirsty, you know. It's our first hot game, you know, this season, so it's good to get a hit out of it, you know. It sort of makes you feel back home.
Yeah. A lot of people were thinking this was going to go the way of that last meeting at Easter between these two sides, at 20-all, but you seem to get an element of control in this one.
Yeah, we have been working on that control, you know, playing the whole 80 out, and I think we sort of started well, you know. We had lapses at times, but, you know, we just held our head up there and come out half-time and